Hi, I'm Jace. I'm a music analyst, classical singer, and dancer, and ATEEZ has just released Golden Hour Part 5. I'm about to have a look at the first track off the album, Bad. Stray Kids released new music on Wednesday, ATEEZ released new music today, and it's National Arts Festival time here, so I am busy. I'm gonna have to keep this one short because I have a performance this evening and a rehearsal for a different performance that I'm doing later in the week before that. So I am just going to jump right in, skip the chit chat and go. I am relatively new to ATEEZ. I do not know them anywhere near as well as I know Stray Kids, so I will probably not be able to pick out whose voice is whose very accurately just from the audio. I will have a look at who is singing what later. Okay, I love the fact that is syncopated and bits and pieces are coming in not on the beat. Hang on. And just gonna go back to the beginning. And there's some stereo stuff going on there with the percussion as well. Whistle going in the background. Wow, okay. Not much singing so far, so I will just comment on what I'm hearing from the rap. The end of the lines there, da 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 da, he's letting the word kind of fall away and the pitch drop, which is really interesting. And then we switch here, and whoever it is that is rapping there is rapping with a much smaller space in the pharynx, which is at the top at the back of your mouth. They're kind of, if you're trying to do a baby voice. Oh, and my cat has just decided she's going to purr straight into the microphone, so please excuse that. Jemima, sleep with your nose not pointing at the mic. Oh. Come on, cuddle this way, please. So the space in the pharynx is very small and gives you quite a constricted sound. Na 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 na. This space here is little. They don't have it expanded. Okay, this is reminding me very much of what South Africans call taxi music. It's that dum da dum da dum da dum da dum da dum da, but just the solid beat. It's almost Afrobeats, but with a little bit of Latin South American spice thrown in, which is very interesting. That dum da dum da dum da da dum da dum da dum da da is very kind of Latin dancey, so a little bit samba-ish, but also like Afrobeats. Like this literally sounds like something I could hear walking down the street in South Africa from a South African artist. Okay, yeah, I don't really have much to comment on with this because so far it's just been the beat with rap over the top and the flow isn't kind of changing up very much. There's some effects and things on it, but yeah, it's actually relatively simple, and you've got the voices changing and the distinct timbre and sound of each individual voice. But I don't know ATEEZ well enough to pick up who exactly is singing what bit. So probably the most famous South African artist at the moment is Tyler, and a lot of her stuff will have a similar sort of sound to some of the things in here. So if you're trying to figure out what I mean by South African music and like references, she's a pretty good one. South African music and taxi music, and then I turn it back on and there's just car hooters, which is pretty much the standard sound when a South African taxi decides it's not going to follow the same rules of the road as everybody else. That's what you hear. But we do have a change of sound in the audio, which is nice. Bad instead of bad. This is just giving me more and more and more Afrobeats vibes as we go on. The pronunciation is making me think Nigerian or one of the other countries in that just like slightly below the Sahara area. Also, the whistle that was going in the beginning, such a typical thing. Oh, it's not a car hooter. It sounds like a car hooter. It's people going, ooh. Ah. Oh no, there is one in the background. They're definitely playing with Afrobeats here. Interesting bits and pieces from Mingi there. He's got such a distinctive voice. I can definitely pick him out of a crowd. Speaking Spanish, or I think it's Spanish. It sounds like Spanish. Contigo and con pelegrio, something potentially. Pelegroso. Okay. Yeah, that is a Latin language, and you can hear he's doing the and the rolled consonants. Oh, okay, that doesn't do what you expect it to do. That's nice. It's 2 bars there instead of 1 like you kind of expect it's going to be. Ooh. Yay, we get singing. I mean, the rap is enjoyable, but I don't know very much about it, other than commenting on it from a vocals perspective. So, not really much I can say. So we've got that really low synth bass, but like down, coming in there, and then so the first voice there has got much more forward placement and a brighter sound. Dun, da, 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 da. Second one is slightly lower and slightly warmer, a little bit more chest resonance. But still, quite a bright forward sound. This is just amusing me so much. I really don't have that much to say about it. It's not a kind of music I know very well, and not a style of music that I have much interest in generally. So it's a really interesting difference in pronunciation. You've got the she's so bad, and then the bad every day, instead of keeping that same bud, almost like bud with a U. It's the ah instead of the ah, a vowel. Yeah, this giving samba vibes, but also Afrobeats the whole time. Huh. I really don't have much to say on that, actually. If they are going the Latin dance vibes that I think they might be, it does mean, however, that I will have a lot more to say about whatever is going on in the music video. So let us move over to that. From what I can see already, it is giving a mixture of kind of North Africa, Middle East vibes, but also could be Mexican. Oh geez. Lots of rings. Okay, yep, Mexican, there we go. Drum, drum, flamenco guitar, or Spanish at least. Oh, hello, Songhua.
Your name stuck on my tongue, no words but say too much. Every time I wanna go and get gone, you stop me with one touch. 어지러워 너의 그 미소,
Wait. I am very confused. And hi, Jongho. When did you appear? Okay. Switch to Yunho. There. Right. I forgot to check if there were translations for the lyrics, so let me do that now quickly. Aha! There are English words. Great. Back to the beginning so that I actually understand what they're saying. I'm just going to skip over this little bit. Such a change from that Spanish guitar to this Afrobeats sound. Okay. Some people are not going to like this, but I'm going to say it anyway. African people can dance. And it's very interesting to see movements and steps that I'm so used to seeing on African people and African bodies done by their Korean dancers, because the bodies are not the same shape and they just do not move in the same way. It's just genetics. And I'm so used to knowing what the movements look like and kind of what is looked at as preferable from a cultural standpoint and perspective in terms of the small details of the way the body moves. And they're doing it well, but it's not the same. Here. Oh, that's cool. Dum, dum. Putting the thing down. Oh, wait. I have not been watching the words at all. Okay, hello. I was not expecting it to be your voice, but I really should have done so considering the really low, kind of warm timbre. Was not expecting it to be your son. That's someone else, I think. Tu me tienes loco toda la noche loco contigo. That is all Spanish. Ti ritmo peligroso. Tan lento, tan lento. Lento means like relaxed or like slow down. Ritmo peligroso. Ritmo being rhythm of some description. Tan lento. I'm going off the use of lento as a tempo marking in music, by the way. Like slow. Tú me tienes loco. Something about crazy. Toda la noche. Something about a night. And loco contigo. Something about being crazy again. That crimo ritmo? Interesting pronunciation there. Bella figura, that's Italian. Ole mi Dios. That is Spanish again. It's an interesting mixture of languages. Okay, so it's no wonder I couldn't tell which language they were speaking, because there are a bunch of different ones in there. Okay, yeah, I should have picked up that the much more constricted vocal tone here was Hongjung, because that's how he raps. Smoking and Cuban cigars. Oh, Roland so classic. Rolled. Ah, clever. Right. No, wait. Fuego, fire. Okay, that's what that is. And Yunho doing the bud there as well also makes sense, because he's also got quite a low timbre to his voice. And Uyong, da 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 dum, he does really well with higher pitches. Whoa, okay. Chaos in a courtroom. Wait, who was that? Uyong, I think. La Victoria. That little, yeah, go find Tyler. She will show you what some of that is all about. I mean, even the lady who's the character here has a little bit of resemblance. Oh, that's nice. So I really like how they're changing the oh, changing the emphasis of that chest pop with the beat. So we've got dum da dum da dum da dum da. Every second one is more emphasized. So they've got the chest pop, a big one, a small one, a big one, a small one, a big one, a small one. It's hard to do sitting down. Moving up the tempo, making it faster, switching up the pace. Music words. Those chest pops are really good. I find it so interesting that the comment is if we go Latina like when so much of this to me is Afrobeats. It's just interesting. Okay, well, that was that. I really do not know much about ATEEZ lore, but what I have recently been told and discovered kind of makes sense, fits in, I suppose, with their whole music and dancing and stuff is illegal in some their alternate reality place that they are in. So if she's moving up the tempo and doing music and dance things, that would make sense why she's in a courtroom, I suppose. But I will, I think, discover more of that as I get to know ATEEZ better. So that was actually relatively short and sweet. There's not much that I had to comment on that because it was such a rap heavy song. If it was more vocals, more harmonies, I would have had a lot more to say. And compared to the Stray Kids release that I had a look at 2 days ago now, it's such a complete sound change, which is quite interesting. Um, yeah, I don't know that this is going to be a favorite of mine or one that I'll go back and listen to a lot, just because not my style of music, and that's okay. But yeah, it was interesting, and there were some interesting elements in it. Um, I am more than happy, however, to look at the rest of the album. So please let me know which of the songs on the album you would like me to do an analysis of. I don't want to commit myself to doing all of them because doing analysis of all the songs in the album is a lot, and there are other things that you guys want me to look at and other things that I want to look at, and I am really, really busy with art space and performances right now. So yeah, let me know which one specifically you would like me to have a look at, because I haven't looked at any of them, I haven't listened to any of them, so I will not do so until I know which one you guys would like me to have a look at. Okay, I have to get going. I have a rehearsal and then a performance, so I am going to disappear. See you next time. Bye.